And we will go now to our guest, Representative Sam Liccardo. He's a Democrat of California. Congressman, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Mimi. Thanks for having me.
How will you vote today on the vote to reopen the government?
I'll be voting no for several reasons, but most importantly because I've been working over several weeks to try to fashion a bipartisan effort to propose an extension of the ACA tax credits. We came out with a bill with a couple of Republican colleagues just a couple days ago. I think we need to get something done rather than putting Americans through 40 days of misery really for nothing.
Well, I want to show you what Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia said, defending his vote to reopen the government, and then we'll get your response as soon as it's ready, but it's not ready yet. We will get that for you soon. I want to ask about the SNAP beneficiaries in your district. Apparently there's 40,000 people in your constituents that depend on that. And the Senate bill keeps SNAP funding at its current levels for a year. Do you welcome that and that certainty for those beneficiaries?
Oh, absolutely. Anything that will interrupt the cruelty and chaos of having this administration decide for itself whether or not it's going to comply with the law in providing SNAP benefits to 42 million Americans who desperately need that funding. I think this is a welcome departure for sure. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty about a continuing resolution I would support. The real issue is what is missing here, and what's missing is what we've been saying for several weeks all along. We need to fix a healthcare crisis, and right now we are doing nothing but kicking this can down the road about 81 days until we face this crisis once again.
All right, well, here is Virginia Democratic Senator Tim Kaine. Take a listen.
There was no path to any fix on health care with the government closed. So I supported the Democratic position in this from the very beginning until middle of last week. We had a big win in elections in Virginia, and Donald Trump woke up Wednesday morning and decided finally to engage and negotiate. And as I predicted, within a matter of a few days, if the president engages, you can find a path forward. Here's where we were last Wednesday. We had no path forward on health care because the Republicans said we will not talk about health care with the government shutdown. And we had SNAP beneficiaries and those relying on other important services who were losing benefits because of the shutdown. So no path to a health care fix, SNAP beneficiaries suffering. I got into the negotiation Wednesday. I realized we needed to help turn this around. And so now we have full funding for a year for the 45 million Americans, 1 in 8, our most vulnerable people, for SNAP, repairing some of the damage that the Republicans did last summer. We've got a path to a health care debate and vote within a month on the Democratic proposal to fix health care, where we will have a fight with Republicans and see who stands up for Americans.
Congressman Liccardo, he said several times there was no path forward.
Well, I disagree on a couple of levels. First, I think all they got in this negotiation that Senator Kaine was referring to was a pinky promise that at some point Republicans might consider an ACA tax credit extension, which clearly they're not bound to vote in any way at all. So the result for the American people is no better. But critically, the timing doesn't help. 81 days from now, when we face the next shutdown deadline, 22 million Americans will already be paying premiums that will be twice as high as they were before. And the rest of us will all be paying higher premiums as well, though perhaps not so severely. This is not a solution. I think there was a path. I had been on the phone with a couple dozen Republicans over the prior 3 weeks. We came out with a bill with a couple Republicans on the bill. And I'd heard from several Republicans that they were willing to support that path forward, but obviously they were getting a lot of pushback from leadership. The question was, who is going to be out there first? Well, we got out there. Now the question is, are we going to see leadership or followership? I think this is an opportunity for leadership that we missed.